Hi everyone, it's Nicole Wilkins with FitnessRx for Women, and this is my next question and answer segment where I took your questions from Facebook and I'm going to answer them for you today. The first question is, my lower back really bows out and it's hard to do exercises like leg raises as my lower back starts to hurt a lot. I'd like to strengthen my back and increase my range of motion with ab moves like leg lifts. What do you suggest? So if what you mean is when you lay down on your back, you doing leg raises, your legs come down toward the floor, your lower back starts to arch. What you can do is put your hands underneath your butt and tuck your seat under a little bit so that you kind of pull your abs in tight and then bring your legs down. If you can only go a certain point, maybe that's a 45-degree angle or a 60-degree angle, you can't bring your feet all the way down because then your back starts to arch, that's fine. But another way you can strengthen your lower back is by doing hanging leg raises or hanging tuck-ups. That way you don't have to worry about whether or not your back stays flat on the floor. You could also do butt-ups. I like to do these laying on a bench so that I can grab underneath my head, underneath the bench, and your feet are directly toward the ceiling, and then you lift your lower body off the bench, keeping your shoulders down. And that really helps target the lower abs as well. To help strengthen your lower back, you can do hyperextensions on the hyperextension machine where you lean forward and then arch up so your body is in a straight line. You don't need to hyperextend, so don't go further than straight. You can do Supermans, so lay on your stomach and lift your upper body off the floor to help strengthen your lower back too. So try some of those and see if that helps. The next one is, I've lost 8 pounds in 6 weeks. My goal is to lose another 10. Am I losing too quickly? And what can I do to avoid loose skin as much as possible? 8 pounds in 6 weeks is pretty standard. I would say if you're losing anywhere from 1 to 2 pounds a week, that's a really good amount to keep it off in the long run too. A lot of times when we lose too much weight too fast, it comes on a lot faster afterwards if we don't continue following what we're doing. But also keep in mind that it's not always about the number on the scale. So even though your weight might not be changing a whole lot as you get leaner, it doesn't mean that your body composition isn't changing. So you're still losing body fat, but your muscle is more dense and you're gaining some lean muscle. So your body looks different even though the scale isn't changing very much. So don't get stressed out if that number isn't coming off as fast the longer you go. Over time, if you are in a calorie deficit, you're going to continue losing. And as far as avoiding loose skin, make sure that you're staying hydrated. So drink, I recommend 1 gallon of water a day. So that's 8 16-ounce water bottles or 4 liters a day. And keep your skin moisturized. Make sure you're doing cardio. Make sure that you're weightlifting because that can help keep the skin tighter. But if it's really, really loose from whether you had a lot of weight to lose or if you had a baby and you have a lot of excess skin, sometimes that won't all go away. But by doing some of those things, you can make a pretty significant difference. If I'm not sore the day after my workout, does that mean I didn't do enough? No, not necessarily. You should feel kind of fatigued the day after, like where if you squeeze the muscle, it's a little bit tender, but not always. I don't think if you're sore for over 5 days in a row, you either did too much or your body isn't recovering efficiently. And there are plenty of workouts where I had an awesome workout, but I'm not really sore the next day. That doesn't mean that I didn't train really hard. It just means that my body is recovering well. So don't always use soreness as a gauge. Use your, the feel of the workout that day, and if you felt you gave everything you had as a measurement instead. So no, it doesn't mean you didn't work hard enough. What is your opinion on fat burners? I have 10 more pounds to lose, and no matter what I do or how hard I try, I can't get them off. My opinion on fat burners are, if you are not exercising and you're not eating healthy and you think that if you're going to take a fat burner, you're going to automatically, magically lose fat, it doesn't work that way. What a fat burner is basically an energy booster. So it's going to help give you that boost of energy to help train harder so that you can burn more calories and thus burn more fat. It does have a thermogenic effect, so it can make your body feel hotter, but you have to follow a proper nutrition program and exercise regularly for that to, be beneficial at all. So if you are not taking a fat burner and you feel like you're kind of stuck and you need a little boost, it can't hurt, but I wouldn't rely on them. And also, I wouldn't take them all year round every day. So you want to cycle on and off of them. Go like 6 to 8 weeks at a time, and then go off for 6 to 8 weeks. That way you don't tax your adrenals and you feel the effects. And the last question I have is, why is peanut butter good for strength training and muscle building purposes? Considering one wants to lean down, what would be the optimal amount of it and when? Prior to exercise or post-workout? Well, this is kind of a loaded question, but peanut butter is very dense, meaning there's a lot of calories in a very small amount. So if somebody is looking to build muscle and gain weight, they want to try to increase that total amount of calories. And if you're eating low-calorie foods, you're going to have to eat a lot of them. So by eating more dense foods like fats, you can get those calories in a lot easier. So that's why a lot of people use fat sources like oils or nut butters or nuts or avocados and stuff like that to help get those calories in. Considering one wants to lean down, this is all going to really depend on your body type. So, I mean, you could have fats anywhere from 30 to, 70, 80 grams a day. Now, whether that comes from peanut butter, not necessarily, it doesn't have to. It could also come from all the things I mentioned before, whether it's olive oil or coconut oil or avocado or almonds or walnuts. I mean, you name it. It could also come from salmon. So those fats, the total amount per day, can come from many sources, not necessarily just peanut butter. So whatever your macro amount for fats are per day, keep that in mind when trying to figure out how much peanut butter to have. And I would not have peanut butter post-workout, because post-workout you want to get something into your body very quickly, and fats will slow the digestion down. So you want to have fats before your workout to help sustain the food and give you energy for a longer period of time, and not after. So hopefully that helps. Those are my questions for this week. Until next week, keep asking your questions on the FitnessRx for Women Facebook page, and I will be back here every Friday to answer them for you. Until then, keep living the fit life.